Healing often looks like moving into a new house. In your old house, you could move around smoothly. It became muscle memory, and you knew, even in the dark, where everything was, and you could easily find a way to switch on the light. Your old house might have had mold and seepage and all sorts of things that were making you sick, but it was familiar, and so it felt safe to your nervous system. Why I say safe to your nervous system and not safe to you is because you know the reasons why you need to move out logically, but the familiarity of it is what you find missing in your new house. So your nervous system reacts to being in unfamiliar surroundings, not being able to sleep properly in the initial days, feeling annoyed at small inconveniences, not getting the feeling of being at home. And this is exactly what happens when you start healing your old self sabotaging behavior patterns. Our nervous system gets so habituated to those patterns of behavior that once we start changing that behavior and healing our relationship with ourselves, it freaks out. For example, when sometimes people finally break up with an abusive partner, they suddenly don't have anything to be anxious about. This is when the brain starts kind of missing the sort of hit of adrenaline and cortisol, and you suddenly start feeling uneasy. This is when people also tend to go back to the same partner, and this is why people keep staying in abusive relationships for far too long. Not because they didn't know better logically, but because it felt familiar, so it felt safe. We are all creatures of habit, and it takes feeling uneasy and overwhelmed when we transition from one habit to another. Even when you go to the gym for the first time, your body feels sore the next day because it isn't used to working out. With consistency, your body gets used to working out, and you may also end up loving your workouts. The key is awareness of why you're doing something and to be consistent when you're doing it. Transition is just a phase, it'll pass in some time, and eventually, your new house will start feeling like home. Safety can feel dangerous when all you are used to is danger. Said by me, you can quote me anywhere. You're welcome.